Today your learning target is working hard with a partner. Yes, you are having a partner project. I summarize the life and influence of a Roman emperor. So we are learning about Roman emperors today and tomorrow, and it's going to be really interesting. You guys are going to have to do some research, and it's not going to be spoon-fed to you. You're going to have to dive in and use those computer skills that we know you have deep down inside and find some good resources and find information on a Roman emperor, okay? So first on the agenda, no question reflection notebook this week. You guys already know that. I know you're probably excited for a little bit of a break. The lesson video, which is this right here, and your emperor report. So this is what you're doing once this video is done. Go ahead and get with your partner, and you're going to choose an emperor. So why don't I go to the next slide here quick. Oh, just kidding, it's in Fridays. So we are here. These are your emperors, okay? So if you notice, where do I put my screen here? I'm just going to X out. If you notice, you have a blue piece of paper in front of you. If you don't, teachers, go ahead and pass it out right now. Emperor report form is what it says at the top. Please put both of your partners' names at the top once you split up into your partner groups, and put your crew, just in case something gets lost. So once you have your emperor report form, go ahead and get out a pencil or a pen. It looks like this. Thank you, teachers, for passing that out, or maybe you had a helpful student do that. Let's look at all these different emperors. So if you follow along the top of your report form with me, it says Rome had many emperors over nearly 500 years. So we are in a 500-year span. So why don't you underline 500 years, just for the purpose of a research website that I'm going to show you in a second. So 500 years. Look at the list on page 40. Okay, you can cross that off because we are not looking at a list on page 40. And choose one for a report. Some of the more well-known emperors, these are the emperors that you're going to be choosing from. Here are the names: Augustus, Claudius, Nero, Trajan, Constantine, Hadrian, Aurelius, Tiberius, Titus, and Caligula. Man, what great names. Those are just real emperor names, don't you think? Caligula, Titus. All right, you are doing a relatively simple report project. The other emperors that you could have chosen from the list on page 40 were more challenging. So you can cross off. Others may prove to be more challenging as well. The ones that we're giving you should not give you too much trouble. All right, less chat, more hat. Here are your emperors. Here's Trajan up here in the top left corner. You have Augustus, Nero. Nero went crazy, by the way, because of the lead pipes. Tiberius, Claudius, Hadrian, Aurelius. You have Caligula down here. He looks really young. Titus and Constantine. And they all look different. It's not like the stone carvers, were just like, well, this is the molds that we use for emperors. No, they all look a little different. I mean, look at Aurelius's hair here. I mean, he's got that Grand Haven flow going. He's got the beard, right? Let's see, Hadrian too. He's got a little bit of that kind of like hat hair. Maybe metal helmet hair is what they called it back then. Yeah, so we've got a chin strap here with Nero. There's just a lot of differences with these emperors. So when you're choosing your emperor with your partner, make sure you guys are, taking time on that. You all are going to want to get a different one. There might be a few repeats, but we'd like all of the emperors covered when you divide up with your partner groups. So you can go ahead and pause the video if you'd like and have the kids look at these different emperors and kind of start brainstorming which one they might like to do a report on. You can go ahead and get with your partners at this time as well. So I'm going to pause the video and then we'll go over the report form together once everyone has their emperor and once everyone has their partner. Thanks. Okay, great. Welcome back. So we are now going to go over your emperor report form together. So everyone get a hold of this. You only need one per group. I just realized I made copies for everyone. You don't need a copy for every single student. You just need one per partner group, okay? So make sure you have both names at the top. You're working on this today and tomorrow. So you really need to get to work as soon as this lesson is done. Trouble with my hat. All right. First line, emperor's name. So you're going to want to put your emperor's name at the top there. Second line, the name of the emperor he succeeded. So that means the one that he came after. So who was the emperor before him? Then the next line, the name of the emperor that came after him. So you want to find the emperors that came before and after your emperor. How many years was he in power? Should be pretty simple to find that. How many years did he serve as emperor? That's probably the same number as years in power, okay? How did he become emperor? The next one is his accomplishments, okay? So list at least 2 or 3 of those. If you can find 4, that would be great. But find what his accomplishments were. What did he build? You don't have to say he built things. Name the things he built, okay? Maybe he put in some reforms in society. Maybe he conquered people. What are the accomplishments, okay? Failures, what did he do poorly? Was there uprisings? Did he lose in battle? Okay, so what were the failures? Good or bad reputation overall. So you might not find on a website, he had a bad reputation. No, you might have to kind of come up with it on your own, like, well, probably had a pretty bad reputation because of all these bad things that happened. Oh, this guy did a lot of good things. People really liked him. He probably had a good reputation, okay? And then explain why. What's your reasoning on that? The last points are just facts. Date of birth, place of birth. Date of death, place of death. And then the last one, please try to find this one. How did he die? Because there's some really interesting ways that these emperors died, and they didn't even realize what was going on, okay? Kind of already gave it away earlier in the video. So you are going through this emperor report form. You need to finish it by tomorrow. You will have time to work on it tomorrow, but you need to finish it by tomorrow because you will be presenting with your partner to your class. All right, so we're going to go through these emperors. You're not going to present the whole report. There's going to be specific things that we want you to share. For example, his name. All right, you're going to list his accomplishment, list a failure, and you'll share what you think about his reputation, and you'll share how he died. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to do that. And yeah, so I added some links here, ducksters.com. That will take you to this website right here. And this is an overview. You can search your emperor's name here at the top. But otherwise, this goes through and talks about quite a few of them. So here are some, it labels strong emperors here. And you've got a bullet point list. Maybe you see yours there. Got some crazy emperors. Constantine has his own little blurb. And then there's some more links under people right here. Okay, so this would be a good one to look through. And then the second link is I never say this right, Britannica.com. And here is just links so you can find your emperor. Remember, I had you underline 500 years before. That's because you don't need to go past, let's see, 4th century really, okay? When you're looking for your emperor. Yeah, you're not gonna look at 5th century. There might be a few in 4th century, like Constantine. But look at the years, and you're going to find your emperor, and then these are all linked to different information on each one. So if we go to Augustus, for example, and it gives you some information on Augustus. So these are good starting points for you. If you do use Wikipedia, that's often a good place to start for ideas. So if you do use Wikipedia, make sure you just fact check that information on another website, because Wikipedia does get edited. So you just want to make sure when you're on Wikipedia that you're not just taking it all as fact. You want to always fact check that information. But it also has good things like dates and place of death and place of birth. So go ahead and do that today. Have fun, work hard. You don't have a reflection, and tomorrow we'll jump right into this. At the beginning of class, you'll present, and then there's a fun little activity to do if you finish early. Okay, so work hard. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.